everyone, and welcome to a video of mine. So today I am going to tell you some true horror stories. Ooh. Anyway, so I haven't posted in 3 weeks, and sorry I have to whisper because it's like nighttime, but I haven't posted in 3 weeks. I am very sorry. A lot of things happen, well, not a lot, but things happen and they keep happening, and I needed a break, a little bit of a break. Hopefully now I am back. I'll keep posting these videos, and honestly I miss editing so much. Wait, before I forget, I do want to give out some quick shout out to Manolo SMN, cool name, and also Celestial. I hope I'm saying these names right. Celestial said, "Hi, I just found your channel. I love scary stories. I'll definitely love your videos." That is so cool to hear. I'm sorry if I speak weirdly. This is just how I imagine this silly skeleton talking. Anyway, let's get into the video. Woohoo! Okay, that's enough. Okay, hello everyone. Voiceover Epi here. Sorry if you can hear any background noises. I thought recording at night would be any, quieter. Apparently not in this neighborhood. Anyway, so the fifth story is called The White Cloth. Years ago, my great-grandfather told my mom this story. He recalled this incident, which happened to him many years ago, even before my mom was born. My great-grandfather Joseph used to live in a small village near a developing town. Back then, they did not have washing machines or dryer yet, so they had to hang out their clothes to dry on a line. The clothes line was right beside our house, and you can see it from our living room window. So one wee morning, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock, Joseph needed to relieve himself. There's always a bathroom in these stories anyway. So he went to the toilet and was walking back to his room when he heard something. His room door was near the living room, hence also near the window. The window was closed, but he could hear a very soft sound coming from outside. It sounded like someone's giggling. It was really soft, and he strained his ears to listen. So he decided to open the window to investigate, thinking it could be a thief or some naughty kids trying to be funny. He opened the door wide and yelled, "Hey!" Just silence. No one was there. Not a single living soul. Then something caught his eye. A large, white, dirty cloth was hanging on the clothesline. It was just flapping in the wind. Joseph just shrugged and closed the door. Mumbling to himself, suddenly he heard the laughter again. This time, louder. He rushed to the door again and opened it. He scanned the dark area and could still not see anybody. However, this time, something else was different. The white cloth hanging on the line was gone. Joseph felt the hairs on his back stood on its end. He quickly closed the window again, and this time he went straight to his room and slept. The next day, he told his wife about the cloth. "I think the wind blew your white sheet away yesterday." His wife's face drew a blank. She just blinked at him and asked, "What white sheet?" Joseph replied, "The big white cloth you hung outside." The wife, still clueless. Then she said something that sent chills down his spine. "I do not have any white cloth, and I also don't leave my laundry out there overnight. Never have, never will. You must be hallucinating, old man." He thought for a logical explanation. Maybe our next door neighbors used it to hang theirs. Matt and his family is not home till next week. They had their sons in town. His wife said dismissively. Joseph thought to himself, if it's not theirs nor their neighbors, then what could it possibly be? Suddenly, a thought came to him. That thing could have been hanging on his clothesline, as he didn't really get to see very clearly. Plus, it was really dark, especially without his glasses. Thank God he probably couldn't see it all of whatever that thing was. That's why I laughed at him. It could be a ghost. One thing for sure, he will not be opening windows late at night ever again. The end. Alright guys, so that's it for the fifth story. That was pretty scary if you ask me. Maybe next time you're going to the bathroom at night and something moves, don't try to investigate too much or look behind you. Ooh, haha. Okay. Anyways, let's get on with the next story. Alright, so this story is titled The Creepy House. When my mom no longer lives in a village, her whole family moved into an apartment in town. The apartment only had 3 rooms, but there were about 10 people living in it. Her aunts, her parents, including herself, would sleep in the living room. They would sleep in a row like corpses, all lined out to be taken to the morgue. Laughs. I'm not laughing at that. It was kind of fun for them at first, until one by one, they started to experience really creepy stuff. It first started with my grandpa. He was a heavy smoker, so it's a norm for him to wake up in the middle of the night and have a cigarette before going back to sleep. He always sleeps right at the end near the main door of the house, which is adjacent to the kitchen. The living room is not very big, so you can see all the doors from that angle. One night, he was awoken from his sleep by a noise he heard, a giggle. He thought it was one of his sister-in-law, but they were all sleeping at the other side of the living room. He sat up and lit a cigarette, still scanning the dark to find the source of the giggles. Then he heard it again. He was sure it came from the storeroom. The storeroom was in the middle between two rooms. He was sure because one room was occupied by his in-laws and the other his brother-in-law, so he was pretty sure none of them would giggle like that. He continued to smoke, puffing and sipping his cold coffee, which he kept by his side. Suddenly, his eyes caught a movement near the storeroom. An apparition of a lady in traditional clothes like from the 1920s came walking out slowly, swaying her hips as if luring my grandpa. She just materialized from the door, walked across the living room, past all the sleeping humans, walked by my grandpa and disappeared through the main door. She didn't even glance at him. He couldn't even see her face, but he was rooted to the spot. He couldn't even move. Only when the ghost disappeared could he then drink his cold coffee with shaking hands before heaving a sigh of relief. He really didn't know what he saw, but it certainly wasn't a lucid dream. Another incident that he experienced was about the same time. He got up in the wee hours, this time to pee. When he was about to lie down, an entity suddenly materialized. That thing was near one of his sister-in-law's feet. It was an old man, probably in his 70s, just squatting and looking very dreary. He said the apparition seemed sad and confused. It was just staring at his sister-in-law. It was gray and wispy looking, and then it faded before his eyes. I'll fit in another incident before I end this video. Same thing. My grandfather saw something again. This time, this phantom appeared to look like his mother-in-law. It came running out of the storeroom, hair on fire, and it was running scared, like it was shouting, "Fire, fire!" But my grandpa couldn't hear anything. It ran in a panic outburst all the way to the kitchen and disappeared through the walls. The only thing that's left was the smell of smoke lingering in the air, and he hasn't even lit his cigarette yet. He wondered if all these lost souls were once people who have stayed there before. Probably died tragically, except for the lady with the swaying hips. Now that was one of the most freaky one of all. My grandpa said he could still hear gigglings from the storeroom at night after that episode. The end. Alright guys, so that's the end of that story. Wow, that was pretty creepy. Imagine someone screaming fire, fire, but you cannot hear anything. And it's at night too. That is just, oh my god. Oh, and also, since a lot of people lived in that house, that was also a lot of other experience. So that will be in the next episode. So let's get into the outro. Alright guys, oh wait, let me put on my skin. Literally. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to support my channel. Have a nice day / night. Goodbye. Don't forget to comment something. Okay, bye. Oh no, okay, you can go home now. Okay, bye. It's funny how things go. Pow! I missed. Hey strangers, you still listening? So I decided to open the window and investigate, thinking, hey, it could be a thief or some naughty children trying to be funny. Hello? Is this working? Hello? Stupid. La 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 la. If I don't go to sleep soon, my mommy will kill me. La la la.